Okay, this is part 2 of Imam Jaffer Sadiq Alayhis Salam and Mufazzil bin Omar, and in which in the first part Imam Jaffer Sadiq Alayhis Salam continued. So this is the second part. He continued that Sirius and Arcturus are much bigger than our sun, since they are very far from us. All their light rays do not reach us. That is why they look so small. If our sun goes farther away from us, it would also look very small, like a star.
Mufassal looked at the maps and asked his teacher to tell him something about the history of the books.
Imam Jaffer Sadiq alayhi salam replied, books have a long history. They came out in their present form over hundreds of years. In the beginning, people were ignorant and did not know how to write. They had nothing worthwhile to write about and had no paper on which to write.
Books were first written by the prophets of Allah after the art of writing was invented. Egyptians used to write on the leaves of a kind of grass or sedge which grew in the Nile Valley. They would stick the leaves together to make them broad and then write on them. When the ink was dry, the leaves were made into rolls. In ancient Egypt there were scrolls of papyrus about 40 zirah long to write on. 1 zirah equals 41 inches.
Those people who had no grass like papyrus used to write on parchment, skin of a goat prepared for writing. When writing was to be preserved, it was engraved on stones.
Mufassal asked, how did people invent paper and used it as a writing material?
Imam Jaffer Sadiq alayhi salam replied, paper is a Chinese invention. They make paper from silk. After a long time, other nations, including the Arabs, learned the art of paper making, but still they do not know how to make paper from silk. That is why fine quality of paper is imported from China. Since paper is a very expensive commodity, we use wooden boards in the classrooms.
Mufassal asked, why can't we make paper from silk?
Imam Jaffer Sadiq alayhi salam replied, to produce paper from silk we must have silkworms as well as mulberry trees, the leaves of which provide nourishment to them. Moreover, the Arabs do not know how to make paper from silk. The Chinese guard jealously the secret of making paper from silk. They never employ any foreigner in their paper making factories, lest they may learn the art. Similarly, they do not disclose the secret of making porcelain with beautiful designs. They are made from a kind of clay, but it is not known from where it is obtained and how it is processed. It is also not known with what coloring material they make the designs, so that when porcelain is burnt in kiln it retains its beautiful colors. To keep the whole process secret, no foreigners are employed in porcelain factories.
I have heard that there are special factories of Chinaware which are owned by private individuals. The secret of making Chinaware is passed from father to son. All employees are trusted and reliable relatives and friends of the owners, who will never disclose or divulge the secret process to the foreigners.